banana slugs are so gross. They're so big. They have their weird eyes which stick out. Ugh. Actually, the eyes are the coolest part. The rest of them are very gross.
I feel like I'm a child going into the dressing room door.
The blowdown situation has not been favorable today, and it's like 10 minutes into our day.
I made it! I think I broke something crossing this thing. I had to take off my... See, Henry makes it look easy, but it was hard. The thing came up to like my chest.
It requires a fair bit of strength.
Yeah. I kind of just flung my whole weight like across the log. Alright y'all, update. Henry and I decided to meet up for lunch in about 4 miles. So I am hiking along on my own here for a variety of reasons. Works out better that way. Partly he doesn't have headphones, so it's better if he can kind of get up there and then do some reading or whatever in between. But anyway, today I think is the day that has felt the most like you wake up and you get on the Stairmaster for 4 hours and then you take a break and you get back on it. That's the vibe I'm getting from this day. Whew.
Well, we've gained a little elevation. But I find it so interesting that the snow, I mean, it makes sense, but the snow collects in these little kind of hollowed out portions. It just leads to a lot of little mini traverses. They're very mellow, but it's just kind of cool that that's the only place the snow hides on this section of trail. This is mile 2532.7, and longer snow traverses, but still very mild, very flat, no problem.
It sure is pretty up here.
There's Glacier Peak poking out. Very cool.
Just came across a marmot. That's the closest I've ever been to one. He was probably, oh, he's so cute up there. His hole's right there. It's probably not more than, 15 feet from me. Look at him up there. How adorable.
Don't know if you can see it, but that's our first view of Mount Baker. First I thought it was a cloud, then I realized it was a mountain.
This is quite a scene we've got here. We're getting into little patches of snow, but nothing big yet.
All right, and this is gonna be my lunch slash waiting spot for Pamela. All right, so made it to the lunch spot. We agreed on a campsite 4.1 ahead, and I went ahead to get some of my energy out. But I passed by this campsite. I thought, this actually looks potentially better than the one we're supposed to meet at, but I'd like to get a little further. And I got to the one we were supposed to meet at, which was like 0.3 further, and it was off the trail and worse views, so it would have been further for Pamela to walk, and she hates off-trail miles, however short. And I thought she would appreciate seeing me a little bit earlier. There's some snow traverses and whatnot. So I decided to turn around and came back here. And on the way, I passed a guy going south that he had passed me earlier than I had passed him. And anyway, he sees me going the wrong way. I don't say anything. I'm just kind of on a mission. And he stops me. And he's like, is something wrong? And I'm like, no, I'm just going back for a better waiting spot for my life. He's like, oh, thank goodness. I thought there was something super scary ahead. And I realized, yeah, that all of a sudden you see a hiker barreling away in the opposite direction. Trying to get my shirt to dry. It's like chronically wet because there's so much uphill. It's so sweaty. And then the forest is kind of humid, so it's sweaty. So that's what I'm trying to do. Dry out my shirt, eat some lunch, study, wait for Pamela.
Keep having to stop and take in the scenery. It's so amazing. There's just water everywhere. It's so pretty with the lush like grass and moss, and it's like running under the snow in a lot of places, which of course means you have to be careful, but it's amazing.
So many switchbacks. There's Pamela down there, so we're gonna go all the way down the valley and all the way up the valley to some pass over there. We're gonna camp by a lake just under the pass, somewhere over there. So far today, we've had beautiful alpine, a lot of forest with a lot of blowdowns, and then this, which is Pamela's least favorite, hot, dry, eroded, thin, rocky, overgrown trail. There's old Glacier Pants way up there, and we have to go somewhere up there somehow. There's Pamela, swallowed up by ferns. Dang, and I thought the other side of the river was bad. This is thick. So thick. I'm just glad that there's no poisonous plants, to my knowledge. Contact poisonous in Washington. Otherwise, we just have to close this trail. I don't want to give the wrong impression that the trail is only full of blowdowns, overgrown, washed out trail. There's a lot of good sections too, and it's honestly very impressive that this trail is built. It's very well switchbacked, but just a few blowdowns. Not the best thing to cross on ever. And that green patch, you can actually see the switchbacks. That's where we came down the other side.
Well, just walking along, and this is the trail. It's over yonder. And as usual, you can't really tell in the videos, but I'm just gonna tell you this is very steep. This is very steep. I'm not gonna be getting across this, so I actually had just checked my map because I saw a different looking path, and I was like, oh, I should make sure I'm going the right way. Well, I imagine I saw this other path because people have found a way around, so I'm gonna have to figure that out now. Well, the good news is it was a switchback, so got up and thought I was going around, and then when I was going around, I was like, wait, I think I'm going the wrong way. So now I'm turning around, and yeah, not too bad.
Potentially the first sign to be flat. Interesting. But here's our campsite. There's someone who's already set up. Lots of spots to choose from. Water, mountains, flat, a toilet, everything you could dream of. The reason is it's not attached. It's supposed to go there. I kind of like it like this though. Maybe there isn't a functioning toilet here. Toilet full, or full toilet. Yikes. Fun first of the day. First time I double tied my shoes because they kept getting untied. I meant first time of the trip.
well, got off trail for a little while on accident and got into a lot of bugs. Crossed right there, did get my foot a little wet, but getting closer and closer, ready for dinner.
This is a pretty interesting water feature. So the water splits around this island. Part of it goes here, and then it reconnects. That's a little island. It's so cute.
Wow! What a fantastic tent spot! Henry went a little ahead of me for the last climb, and by a little I mean like 3 miles, and set up the tent. We just, the last few days have been like kind of long, late days, and so I can't remember if I said this, but at the end of the day, Henry has kind of volunteered to hike ahead and get stuff set up because it saves me a lot of time. I mean, we usually do both do it together, but since the days are longer, it's helpful for some of the stuff to be done. So it's really nice of him to do that, and then it lets him kind of like get out a lot of energy at the end of the day, because he, as you know, likes to hike really fast, and I'm not there anyway. And he's happy to hike with me, but it's just nice for him to have the opportunity to go a bit faster as well. So anyway, that's our friend who camped with last night as well. And yeah, it's beautiful.
All right, can confirm, toilet is full. Most regrettable.
This has to be one of the prettiest campsites we've had so far. Amazing.